Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started in just a minute, but first hit subscribe before we start our celebrity tarot card reading with Tana Mongeau? I don't even know how to say this girl's name. Like Tana Mongeau? Whatever. Go ahead and hit subscribe while I shuffle. I'll never get these names ever. All right, we're going to get into her celebrity tarot card reading. Right after we go over her astrology, we'll be doing oracle current energy first, and then we will get into a confirmation through tarot card reading. So we're going to find out all about Miss Tana, her current energy, as well as career, finances, love, family, friend connections, like the outcome, of course, any kind of big challenges, and anything she believes in the past. So let's get into this astrology so we can get right away into her stuff. So she was born in Las Vegas, Nevada, United States, June 24th, 1998. She is a Cancer. Her birth path is a 3. So she was born 6/24/98. All right, let's get a little bit into who she is. She is a model, actress, YouTuber, social media personality, and she has a self-titled YouTube channel where she makes variety of videos, including story times. She's also an actress and has acted in TV series such as Escape the Night. Let's get a little bit further into things. She was born and brought up in Las Vegas. She did her schooling in Green Valley High School in Las Vegas. She launched her career again with those storytime YouTube videos about her crazy life. Her career later evolved into music, and in the not too distant future, she had become a reality TV star. So she has worked on a number of music projects, including her first single, Hefner, collaborating with fellow YouTuber Lil Page on several CD covers. I haven't heard that word in a very long time. CD covers. She also in 2018 announced that she would host her own convention titled TanaCon this is when I realized who she was, during VidCon 2018. Again, she's an actress, singer, YouTuber, model, Instagram star, and she is known for blogging. She's 23 years old. She's an American Cancer sign. Alrighty, let's get into her stuff. That's the only reason I knew who she was, because of that TanaCon situation where I think she set up almost like a where they, I don't know, they have a stage, they have a bunch of bands, and then like everybody's crazy. They drink, they camp, they have a good time, whatever it is. It's like that one thing, and I can't even tell you anyway, it's kind of like a Woodstock situation, but it did not wood or stock. It kind of collapsed. It kind of fell through. And a lot of people lost a lot of money. That's all I really know about it. All right. So current energy for Miss Tana. All right. So she might be currently cleansing or trying to clarify or trying to clear things up, or just trying to clear up the mind even, or just knowing, I feel like there was a teacher or a guardian or somebody around her who maybe told her something to do with her health or mental health to kind of clean things up a little bit. And that's very much in this energy, or she might have dreamed it. However that resonates and comes out in the tarot card reading, we'll find out. But I just feel like there's something going on as far as trying to find her, rites of passage, or trying to find her path karmically, or trying to just physically get into a better place so that she can move forward in a better light. Maybe, I don't know. Those are just kind of things that came coming off the top of my head with these cards that are coming up and coming through intuition. So let's find out through tarot what we will confirm also, as well as get into this love, finances, career, biggest challenges for the upcoming month ahead, going into July, and anything that she's really trying to just let go of or leave in the past and an action forward. All right, let's get started. I'm just saying this intuitively when I'm looking at her. I feel like she's not healthy. Like I always think that when I look at her, forever. But I know that she's healthy because she says she's healthy, and nothing's ever popped up like in the news or anything like that I've noticed. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not quite sure though. But I feel like there's just like an there's like something really unhealthy about her for some reason. It could be, all the drinking maybe that she does. I have no idea. Okay, so Six of Pentacles, we got the Lovers card also, and in reverse, the Ace of Cups. So currently, she does have some decisions that she needs to make. There's emotions, there's some choices that she really needs to choose here. But there is a relationship, emotions, connections, there's some feelings here, and there's definitely some sort of a togetherness or trying to bring back in some harmony in this relationship. But I feel as if emotionally she's just not expressing, or she's just intuitively, she doesn't know that she's supposed to. So she might not even realize that this is happening, or somebody's coming in trying to express to her, and she's just like, it's not happening. That's not where it's at. She's just not in that place. She's kind of like repressing her feelings about the situation, even currently. And again, physically, it could have been somebody she worked with, somebody she had a partnership with. This could have been somebody that she had some sort of communications with at one time, charity stuff, maybe, something that had to do with any kind of generosity, charity, giving back to people. I'm not quite sure. I'm not getting the vibe off that, but that is just telling me that, as far as this relationship, there was something motivated here. Something motivated her to really be in this situation, whoever it was. They could have been a water sign, Gemini, air, and could be an earth sign even. All right, let's find out what's going on as far as her career. So we're going to find out what's going on with Tana's career and where she's at and what the universe can tell us about all that. All right. These cards are just not given today. They're just not given today. Oh, my. And then they do that. Okay. Okay, so we got our Eight of Fire. That's in reverse, though. Ace of Fire. That's upright. So we got some working cards here. We got our working. Okay. Okay, so currently there is some opportunity happening and there's a little bit of action going on. In the past, though, there was definitely, it was almost like she was really good at something, but then she just kind of kept slowing down the speed or the movement of it. She's just kind of pulling back the activity on it, however that resonates. But there was some multitasking happening and she wasn't very good at the multitasking. So it really digressed her work or her, whatever she was doing in her field of work. And then, but again, currently there's something going on here and it has a lot of potential. It could even be putting her into something that she's super passionate about. But I feel like if she were to initiate this new beginning or to really get into this action, she'd be totally fine. Kind of like spreading her wings in that situation. I feel like there's somebody behind her supporting her through this whole thing. Definitely. Yeah, because there's definitely some people around her. There are people around her that really are logical, they're rational, they communicate. There's definitely some sort of almost like information's always being given to her by these people. These could be like angels, I know, thinking. I don't know why I'm saying that. Angels behind her, or they could just like three physical people that she really leans on that really help her to change, really help her to push into that creative and to grow. It's just like a community that kind of surrounds her. And that really pushes her into her job stuff. Let's find out about the finances. Let's get into the financials. Where's she at financially? I almost dropped the whole thing. All right. There is some sort of a change. There's definitely a change, or maybe even instability, bringing a little bit of conflict here. But I feel like for the majority of it, there is success. She's got a lot of success. She has a ton of success. She's very recognized for who she is. Before that, though, or even during, there was a life change, and it helped to liberate her, to really put her in this path where she could, like be positive and lots of energy. And she really puts her all into her work. She is a little bit childish, though, and she lacks some of that self-control that you're supposed to have when you're doing these kind of, jobs. And as far as like, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, she has a lot of energy, but she's also a little unpredictable. There is a little bit of an unpredictableness. And it's like, she is a planner though, and she's always kind of like prepared. But again, that unpredictable part or that childish part of her is definitely kind of like making it so that it's hindering the situation. But she bounces back from it. She's resilient and she's very good at what she does. And she knows that it's in her hands. She knows that this is in her fucking hands. And she knows that, you know, she's got to keep putting the light on herself and whatever she's doing to continue forward, to move forward. And I mean, it's just like realization after realization here for her. Lots of success though, thus far. All right, let's find out what's going on love wise. Where are we at love wise? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So she has somebody very young around her, somebody who's under 30, probably under 25 even. This person's very, very young. They are very truthful. This person's a logical individual. They're outspoken. It's somebody she can talk to. It's somebody she can trust. She's really, you know, brings it together here as far as like potential with this person constantly. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a love or a romance, but it's definitely something that she's involved in, some sort of a connection with an air sign. Yeah. Somebody that she could definitely create things with. She can grow with this person. I mean, the self-control is very much needed. I was just talking about self-control, and this person would help to kind of balance that out, if that makes sense. Balance out, you know, like bring her into some sort of moderation. But again, that's only if she wants to. It's just like something like this could bring her a little confusion. It could bring her a little bit of indecision because of how self-critical she is of herself. She, you know, it's very hard for her to really enjoy anything, and she needs proof. She needs proof that this is a real thing, that this is the real deal. Okay. There's lots of indecision around that because of that. Okay. So that as far as like loss, she could lose this person if she doesn't get it together or figure it out with this person. Okay. I feel like there's some balance that is needed here. And it could be a female, it could be a male. There's a rainbow here. So, I mean, it could be either or it could be neither. All right, let's find out what's going on as far as her family and friends connection. Okay. Okay, so I mean, even though she really wants to be in this place of preparedness or, you know, empowerment, she's not. Okay. It's just not in that place. There's no potential for that right now. The opportunities, again, those always kind of come knocking. But I feel like in order to be feeling complete kind of in family and in love and like all the things that you receive from those things, I feel like you have to kind of be a dreamer. Okay. But you know, again, she's just not very, dreamy, like she's not a leap of faith kind of gal. She's not a believer, if you will. She's definitely somebody who tries to be as logical as possible, clear, reason. She needs to know all the information. She needs to know that there's facts that back this shit up. She's not going to be like, yeah, I'm going to take a leap of faith into, you know, a family or love relationship or romance for no fucking reason. No fucking reason. Just because somebody told me to. Like, she's not going to do that. That's just not how she is, okay? She's definitely not doing that. The heart, though, I keep coming to the heart. I feel like she pulls back on any connections, on anything here. And that's why I'm saying she's not prepared yet to be in love or to be in a place of completion when it comes to bringing a family unit together, or, you know, having the blessings that come with that situation, because you really have to let your guard down and really be believable and hopeful. Those things just really kind of lie within those relationships, I feel like. But yeah, I mean, the inspiration is very low when it comes to that kind of thing. Again, because she doesn't really enjoy things tremendously as naturally as she comes. I do think that she has potential for something better here, or to enjoy things. But again, she needs to quit seeking the proof. There's no proof. I mean, it just is. You work your ass off during these relationships, but you cannot go into them, especially if you're in a place where you're trying to, you know, pull back, how you feel or be really passive or, you know, you're over intense about things. It's a hard game to play to be in relationships. I do feel that. Let's get into where she is spiritually. Let's find out spiritually where she is, and then finding out the biggest challenge within, and finding out what she's kind of like letting go of, allowing to stay in the past. Okay, so spiritually, again, we've got a lot of negativity, a lot of worry. Spiritually, I don't know how connected one would feel if we don't enjoy anything or if we feel like we need proof about everything. It's just really going to put her in that Queen of Air energy. She's very much Queen of Swords for certain. She's brilliant. She's very experienced. She's very funny. She's vivacious. She's loud. She's, you know, and these are all things that she is. She's not pretending to be loud. I mean, she's really loud. She's not a quiet individual, but I mean, these things draw a lot of negative energy onto her, and it puts her in a lot of loss and worry and just kind of confusion, even foggy mind. And it's almost like she's very sleepless about it. And it kind of is going to start affecting her. It could affect her belly. It could affect her heart. Those are definitely things that could affect her because of the tension and the worry that it does bring, especially if you're just in this place where you're like, I'm not at all going to be confused for no reason. I'm going to make sure if the confusion comes, it's because I am thinking a lot, or, you know, like not because I'm being abused, or, you know, however it comes. I just think there's a ruthlessness, even undertone to her. The aggressiveness is definitely stressing her. That's a stressor. That's very stressful. It's like being loud and that energy. It's like you have to pay attention to that. So because stress comes in as excitement and as like loud or energetic, and like all of these things that she is definitely something that could take a toll energetically and through the heart. So I think, you know, the sleepless nights, you really need to be worried. You need to be concerned about fatigue or sleeplessness. I really feel like she needs to check in with that. All right, let's get into what she's leaving in the past, honey. Okay, so something that does add to her overwhelmingness or feeling like she, you know, has no choices, or just putting her in a place of indecision, is definitely anything that really adds to the procrastination that she has, because that is something that she does have. No matter how planned or, you know, prepared she might be, she's very procrastinated, and she's very much into being unpredictable or showing up or not showing up type of vibe. I just feel like it really brings like a lot of sorrow, a lot of unforgiveness, and a lot of things here that are unhealed. Now, this is stuff that is all in her past. Again, when she got into this place, probably, I'm guessing, when she experienced, you know, being recognized for her talent or for what it is that she does, especially collaborating. I feel like even though she's intelligent, she's determined, I think that for some reason she tends to overanalyze the situation again, really just putting a lot of stress onto that heart, really putting stress onto, you know, so much physically that there's no healing, there's no time for sleep, there's no time for this. But these are things that she's trying to leave in the past because she wants to grow. She does want to change, and she does want to add more to what she doesn't know already. So she's like, I really need to inform myself so I can leave all of this stuff that really causes health issues or even psychological issues. I need to leave it in the past. So she's aware. These are things that she's aware of. She probably has seen somebody. Like, I feel like she sees an energy person. I bet you money that she sees a tarot reader or some kind of energy worker. Because if a Reiki person got a hold of her, they'd be all up on it. I do. I feel like she's definitely in tune to all that. She's not smart, this lady. All right, let's get into action forward. What is the likely outcome here for the next month or so? We've got our Knight of Fire that's in reverse, 3 of Fire. Lacking passion. Why? Like, what? All right. As far as work, I definitely feel like with the new beginning or the new opportunity in a job, I feel like she should be like extremely excited about it, but she's lacking any passion for it. And she's definitely not feeling very confident or like adventurous. She's not like thrilled about the situation. And she feels like it might be a risk. and she feels like that maybe she shouldn't take that direction. So these are things that she's contemplating, because it really kind of interferes with the goals or her expansion, her vision, really. That's definitely, because the growth, the changing, the adding information to her brain, those are super important things to her. So this would probably hinder that. And so that is a part of the puzzle. Okay. Let's get 2 more cards here. Yeah, likely outcome, learning how to be super open-hearted, really trying to listen to her intuition, especially when it comes to, again, any conflicts or an annoying bullshit that has to go on around the job, okay? And her having to deal with competing, or that feeling of competing, or feeling like she has to, compare to others, that is definitely something that bothers her. So it brings her a lot of chaos or conflict. Okay. Just really wanting to get into some sort of a surrendering. By this month or next month, she's not going to be in a hanged man place. She will not be in a place of pause. She's not going to surrender to like right before the big change. That's not going to be happening as of this month. So, but she will be determined, motivated, really getting into more of a responsible place, trying to feel, as supportive and organized as possible, just trying to get into more prepared place for hopefully a partnership, a commitment, because that is ahead, that, it could be something that is returning to her. So she's going to need to watch for a water sign, could even be a pentacles, could be an earth sign, somebody who's coming back into her life. So it'll be somebody she's already dealt with. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Welcome. I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back with our next tarot celebrity readings. I'll be doing 2 inmates, Chris Watts, bullshit, Scott Peterson, okay? 2 of the most hated men in America. I'm going to do their tarot card reading, and with pleasure, because I can't stand them. I hate them both. I watched publicly, like on TV, the court stuff, my entire little person childhood. I remember Scott Peterson, and then going into the Chris Watt things. Of course, I was an adult, so I looked at them in 2 different ways. Now, when I'm feeling their pictures and I'm feeling their energy and looking at them and going over stuff with, their birth charts, I'm like, holy shit, they're the same person. They're the same person. Anyway, so please stay tuned for that. Don't forget that is right up here next. Okay. I will see you all in just a minute. Share, like, and follow, especially these videos that do pop up. Check them out. Share, like, and follow. Hit subscribe. Click the bell. Don't miss any of your future tarot card readings here. And I'll see you shortly. Bye.